Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove ATG credit from their credit report, and in many cases without paying their debt at all. So if that sounds good to you, or even if this applies to somebody you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video really knowing and understanding what the next best step is for you to take, okay? So this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. There's situations, for example, if you know or believe that ATG credit or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. But if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can certainly help with that too. Just give us a call today. Our number is in the description, so you can find that easily. And with that, what I want to do is I want to go through the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one here is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with ATG credit? Now, I put this one at the top of the list because we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And it makes sense. Few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And unfortunately, unless the debt is specifically related to unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. I get asked that as well. And that is, you could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million. It doesn't make a difference. You will not be arrested or get jail time. So who is ATG Credit and why are they on your credit report? So they're referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. So I'll give you an example of that. Imagine for a moment that you, for whatever reason, have an unpaid card with Capital One, and it's $1,000. ATG Credit could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for maybe just $100. But they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, whether it's paid or not, okay? So I always say a lot of times, paying it actually isn't in your best interest, and it really just could be just a waste of money. In rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score. But now, in addition to credit reporting, they may also send scary letters. They may call a lot, even calling family members and colleagues. And this is a good time to mention, too, that if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours or anything like that, you, once again, may be owed a lawsuit. So that's another case that you want to give us a call so that we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with ATG Credit? Settling your debt with ATG Credit, I always say, depends on your goal. And what I mean is that typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. Now, the reason for that is because, as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And if certain issues exist, then the accounts can be removed. And this is a win-win, right? You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score. And the negative account gets removed from your report. It's perfect. So how do you remove ATG credit from your credit report? Great follow-up question. So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. I will say that the knowledge required to do this is more involved than it might seem. That's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but honestly, be prepared to spend weeks, maybe months, learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure that it's going to be done properly the first time, and you can save the extra time that you do invest into that. And we're happy to take care of it for you. You know, we've dealt with ATG credit accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get ATG credit to stop calling you? Yeah, so as I mentioned before, ATG credit will be calling you. It's their attempt to collect the debt they purchased, which really just means that the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, which we talked about, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will ATG credit try suing or garnishing my wages? ATG credit suing is unlikely. It can and does happen, but really in our experience, it's rare. Basically, there's a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with ATG credit? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that ATG credit has purchased. Okay? ATG credit is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA, and as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. Now, these acts can seem very complicated, but they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, that's not a problem. Give us a call today, and we can discuss your options. Once again, our number is in the description area below. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps you out.